Oh.
We don't want to be just a factory game studio. That's not what we started here. We're a game studio made of gamers. The decisions we make, the products we make are based on what we want to see when we're on the couch, when we're in our dorm room or den or whatever playing. It's games by gamers, and that's kind of a big tenet of what we do here at Lightbox.
And we got him.
I had the jump on that guy, too.
There is a huge amount of ownership given to every individual in this studio. So the vision for the game is really a collaboration of everyone at Lightbox and at Sony, because they have a lot of input also.
We've got an interesting relationship with Sony Santa Monica specifically. Our producer, Harvard, works as our contact and liaison for not only all of the Sony work that has to be done, but also the sharing and communication of techniques and process, not only from the God of War team to us, but vice versa. Being able to work with a team that is that proven and that solid and just does ridiculously high quality work allows us to almost absorb really great techniques and has made our studio better.
Lightbox is a new studio, and while we are, supporting them, we've been trying to make sure that Lightbox itself is very independent and making decisions on an independent way, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I think that's going to make the best game.
One of the things about Lightbox that I'm really, really happy about is the people that we have here.
And I think part of our ability to hire that team is that we're located in downtown Austin. I think that brought us a talent pool that we might not have been able to draw in certain other places.
It's a fun city, it's a cool city, and people have fun living here.
I see the quality and the diversity and the strength of the work that the team's doing, and it's like the energy of the city, it's fueling them, and that's good for the game.
There's something liberating and re-energizing about joining a startup. You never drop into second gear. It's just go. Decisions are made and you move forward. Lightbox, as cheesy as the metaphor sounds, they love to shoot from the hip.
You can't play against this. Hell no.
Does he get graded on the sound of his snaps? Starhawk is the spiritual successor to Warhawk. It was a really successful multiplayer-only game. We wanted to change things up a bit. It has a single-player campaign. That's where our character Emmett Graves comes in. He and his brother, a family operation, had a rift claim out in a distant planet. As is unfortunate and common in the frontier, an outcast warband rolled in and destroyed their extractor, and the rig exploded. As what happens with exposure to rift energy, both brothers were directly exposed. It's incredibly painful for Emmett, and now he bears the mark, the brand of an outcast warrior, and he became outcast himself. And so Emmett ended up being almost like a hired gun, like a gunslinger.
So we have a Wild West situation happening out on the fringes of space. So we put those things together and we say, we feel like we're in a good position as a team and in terms of where the market for shooters is at right now, for us to do a game that's not super linear, that gives the player more empowerment to approach situations the way that he wants to approach them. The build and battle system is one part of doing that.
The thinking behind build and battle is, in any shooter, you would go to your inventory and pull out a weapon, a pistol, a rifle, a rocket. Each one of those weapons has a specific role in the battlefield, and the player is required to make moment-to-moment decisions as to which weapon to use. Build and battle takes that one step further. What would happen if the player could pick out a bunker or pick out a device that would spawn hawks?
That's where we started to come in with these drops, right? These are enormous building drops, and what happens is they have huge cargo crates up in space that they can literally drop on a single spot on the ground, and you can see these buildings
And you have a structure that was built in real time, not turn-based or anything like that.
And then boom, there it is.
Running around, shooting, but being able to build things while you're doing all this is really dynamic, and it makes for a very exciting experience.
It allows the player, within a very fast-paced game, to build the level the way they want to solve a mission. When the camera pans back and you see all the structures you build, it's almost like, yeah, that was my town. I built that. Oh, and I remember the battle over there. Fun.
The Warhawk fans are the heart and soul, and I want to provide them with the ammunition of argument. So when they get their buddies that go pick up some other shooter or something like that, I want them to be able to go like, yeah, but can you do this? And have you tried that? And really give them the opportunity to be proud of the game they're playing and want to show it off to their friends just because it's freaking cool. And I think that's what we're trying to create from a community standpoint, is that kind of pride of ownership, in a sense.
The work that's been done in the past year, it kind of blows my mind. Like, it's such a great, I don't know, I'm kind of belaboring the point in a very inarticulate way. It's pretty rad. I'm really proud of our team.
I'm taking this one.
He's not taking it. Well, you just touched them all. Fantastic. We don't actually remember.
To me, there were two lines that we really needed to avoid. And one was the Space Marine line, and the other was the military line. Because going both directions, you walk in a very, very crowded field. We wanted to find something in the middle that felt like it could really stand out in that crowded market.
PlayStation